Soomaalida ku dhaqan magaalada Minnesoto ayaa waxa ay munaasabad taageero u qabteen mid ka mid ah musharaxiin u tartamaya inuu ka mid noqdo Baarlamaanka Minnesoto sanadkan. Faafahinta warkaasi Cawil Nuur Shire ayaa nooga soo diray Minnesota.
Kulan ay soo qaban qaabiyeen jaaliyada Soomaalida ee ku nool gobolka Minnesoto gaar ahaan magaalada Minneapolis ayaa lagu qabtay hoolka Safari. Kulankan ayaa waxaa lagu taageeriyay mid ka mid ah xubnaha u tartamaya golaha aqalka wakiilada ee gobolka Minnesota kaasoo la yiraahdo Fong Hair. haddaba kulankan Soomaalida ay u soo qaban qaabiyeen taageerada ayaa waxaa horkacayay mid ka mid ah dhalinyarada Soomaaliyeed ee ku nool gobolka Minnesota kaasoo la yiraahdo Maxamed Amiin Kaahin. kulankii taageerada ayaa waxa uu ku bilowday sida tan
sharafta badan ee qiimaha badan eventiga oo soo qayb galay anigoo aad in ku mahad celinaya oo salaanka bacdina waxaan rabaa inaan dhaho de markii dadka ay isku wada tiirsan yihiin ay wala shaqeeyaan meel bay gaarayaan dadweynaha Soomaaliyeed ee meel kasta joogtaan waxaan dhihi lahaa gacmihiina isqabsada aynu wax meel waan gaari karnaa wax kastana waan qabsan karnaa dadka kalena inaan soo jiidano oo aynu la wada shaqeyno ya horumar lagu gaaraa.
Thank you for coming to this wonderful event to support Senator Van Her. Let's start the alliance tonight by donating to the senator's campaign, by door knocking for him if you have the time, and most importantly, by voting for him if you live in District 67. If you don't live in District 67, call your friends and your families who live in that district and tell them to vote. We know that every vote counts. Thank you very much.
Couple of things. You know, I always used to, up until a few years ago, I always used to think that politicians were always going to be politicians no matter what, until I met few individuals who really are change makers. Folks like Senator Fong, folks like Senator Jeff, who continue to work very hard for you and for the communities that we come from, all from across from Minnesota. 2 years ago, I started to lobby at the Capitol. You know, I was in and out for most of my time. I spent a lot of time at the Capitol, and you know, I started to lobby for some of the things that I believe in, some of the things that my community really cares about: youth development, economic development, and arts.
And thank you to the leaders, to the Oromo leaders, to the Somali leaders, and my friend Muhammad Amin, Adi Fatah, and even Gogo Yusuf will be singing here later. So thank you all for arranging this gathering of multicultural, but we're here in the Somali community and hoping for better turnout this coming November, on November 8th. I represent the East Side St. Paul. How many of you here know where the East Side St. Paul is? Okay, good. I'm glad. Okay, there's a Somali community there on McKnight and Lower Afton, the Highwood Hill area. It's not a large community compared to Minneapolis. You know, it's approximately approximately 1,000 or a little bit over that live in the Highwood Hill area, enough to support the Chili Cafe and the Juba Dili. In my district, there's also two mosques, two Muslim mosques in my district. So tonight I'm crossing the river to Minneapolis, and I want to send a message of the Somali community in the Highwood Hill area to you all here, that we should not forget about them too. Don't forget your Somali brother and sister on the East Side St. Paul, where I represent, and keep them in your mind as you or as all of us advance forward. Keep them in mind. Take them along with us, and I want to make sure that they vote, but you also, it helps if you make sure they vote as well.
kulankan ayaa sidoo kale waxaa ka hadlay Jeff Hayden oo isagu ah senator ka tirsan golaha aqalka wakiilada isla mar ahaantaana ah musharax u tartamaya isla xilka uu hayo.
I will say this on the eve of or within minutes of probably one of the most watched presidential debates, probably for the wrong reason, that we talk about. It is time to vote, and it is time for us to stand together. And I will say this, it is time to unify. If you watch what's going on here, there's a divide and conquer technique. There's a division between communities of color that's going on each and every day. There is a division amongst gender. There is a division amongst righteousness and those that continue to perpetuate the things that are wrong about this country.
si kastaba ahaatee bisha November ee nagu soo foolay 8deeda ayaa maalinta ugu dambaysa ee doorashooyinka dalka Mareykanka la qabanayo siyaasiyiin badan ayaa waxay daneynayaan inay helaan codadka dadka Soomaalida ah maadaama ay ku badan yihiin dalka Mareykanka gaar ahaan gobolka Minnesota. Awil Nuur Shire, Somali Cable TV, Minneapolis.